If you clicked on this video, you probably want to level up your life. You've realized that you've been a boy for too long and you want to finally transition and become a man. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 3 mental hacks that helped me shift from being a boy to being a man. And these 3 points are what I've learned in the past 2 years. I'm only 20 years old, and these past 2 years have been super eventful, and I've learned so many lessons from it, and I want to share it with you guys. The first mindset is going to be understanding that normal is very subjective. So what is normal? If I asked you that question, what would you actually say? It's what's around you. That's what's normal, right? So if I said a normal person went for a walk, a normal person is like, okay, yeah, he's probably in school or has a job, catching the bus, walking to work, blah, 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 a normal person, right? But if you surround yourself with a different type of crowd, you're seen as different, you're seen as the new normal. So what I'm trying to say is that normal is your surroundings. Normal is where you put yourself. If I put myself at the clubs every single weekend, my normal is going to be clubbing. My normal friends are going to be the people that go clubbing. Whereas if me, for example, in particular, me myself, in real life, I don't go clubbing, and I know where I want to be. Clubbing and drinking and all these other things are just not what it takes to be where I am. So I surround myself with people that don't do that stuff. So my normal is I hang out with normal people, and those normal people, that normal crowd for me, are the people that don't go clubbing, that don't drink, and that have their mind in check, set on their goals. So that's just normal. That's my normal, and you have a different normal. That's completely fine. But the point I'm trying to make is that normal is not objective. It's super subjective. And it's paramount that you actually realize this, and it's paramount that you actually integrate this into your life, into your mind, because at the end of the day, if you're just brainwashed, if you're just a person that's like, this is not normal, I don't want to do that, you get all jumbled up in all these weird feelings, because there's a part of you that says you shouldn't be doing that, but then there's a part of you that also says, oh, but everybody else is doing that. So the quicker you transition and shift from the objective mentality to the subjective mentality in terms of normalization, the quicker you will become a man, and the stronger of a man you will become in the long run. Now, the second point I want to make is to produce more than you consume. Now, let me explain this to you very clearly and simply for a simple person to understand. When you consume things, let's say Netflix, TV shows, Instagram Reels, TikTok, all that stuff, you're consuming things, right? That can either be knowledgeable consumption or brain rot consumption. Now, either way, whatever you consume should not be more than you produce. Now, when I talk about produce, I mean instead of consuming TikToks, you produce TikToks, right? So you're actually putting value out there. You're becoming a better person by actually producing things. It's very easy to consume, but it's hard to produce. And when I say hard to produce, I don't mean that it's not possible. I just mean it takes a lot of mentality. It takes a lot of mindset checks, a lot of the self-talk, like talking to yourself every day, pushing yourself in every way possible to actually produce something out there. And I'm not saying it has to be something online in terms of a video, but let's say I just want to become a better man. I want to get my masculinity in check. I want to get my finance in check. I want to get all these things as a man. It's super important to get in check. And so I'm saying I'm doing all these things that I should be doing, and I'm doing it every single day, but I want to do more. I want to do more because there's always room for improvement, no matter who you are. If you're Iman Gadji, if you're Jordan Welch, if you're Andrew Tate, if you're Alex Hormozy, there's always room for improvement. And so what I decided is to actually start reading. Now, this is an example of consumption, right? Because I'm consuming books, but I'm producing everything out of it. I'm reading this book called The Way of the Superior Man, and that is about masculinity. It teaches you how to become a better man, right? And I'm consuming everything in this book so I can produce a better man for myself. Does that make sense? So I'm consuming and producing. It's important to not stop consuming because you need to consume in order to produce. right? If I want to become a better man, sure, I don't need this book, but I'm consuming it in order to produce. And this other book I've been reading is Atomic Habits. It's kind of about just being 1% better every single day. And that heavily has like changed my mentality. And I'm only in the early stages of these two books, but it's super paramount. I'd say I'd highly recommend these books if you're a little boy trying to become a man. Maybe you already are a proper masculine grown man with all these nice habits, but there's always room for improvement. And if you think I'm too harsh on you, click out of this video, because if you can't take the truth, if you can't swallow that pill, just stop watching my video. I don't want you here, and I mean that respectfully, okay? And speaking of Atomic Habits, this book right here, this photo right here is actually a graph that talks about the difference between 1% improvement every single day versus a 1% of not improving every single day, like the 1% of becoming worse every single day. So essentially, I'll probably make another video about this, in particular about this graph, because there's actually a lot behind this. It might seem a bit complicated with the numbers in there, but essentially what it's saying is when you improve 1% better every single day, the growth you will reach after 1 year is by 37%. So if I was at 1% today, and if I got better by 1% every single day for the next 365 days, I will be 37% better than I was today. And if I did 1% worse every single day, starting at 1%, I would be close to 0. Meaning I'm more than a year behind of the person that actually improved 1% every single day. Meaning realistically, with 24 hours in a day and with time continuing on every single day, just like it does, because we're on planet Earth, there's no way a person that stops improving would ever catch up to somebody that's improving every single day. So it's about that momentum over there. Now that was a bit off topic. I got a bit carried away, but essentially my message is to produce more than you consume. Don't stop consuming, because you need to consume certain things to actually produce certain things. And don't twist my words and go consuming brain rot content out there. Produce the right things. Consume the right things, okay? Because it's super important that you focus on the right things and not just the general idea of consumption. Consume the right things, produce the right things. If you consume the wrong things, you'll produce the wrong things and you will regret it. Final point I'm going to talk to you about is by far one of the most eye-opening mindset shifts you can make in your life, and is to make discomfort your new comfort. What the hell is he talking about? Okay, let me just put it to you this way. How do you actually test your limits? Let me actually ask you this question. You've heard it before, you've definitely seen it online. It goes like this. How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail? The most successful people have failed more times than the average person has tried. That's concerning. If you actually write that down and think about it word by word, it's like, holy shit. That is so true. That is so true. And coming back to my actual point, make discomfort your new comfort, is saying get out of your comfort zone to actually test your limits, to actually test that failure you have in mind, because without failing, you're not going to get to your goal. If you don't test your comfort zone, you will always be in that little bubble, a little boy, and you will never actually see your true potential. And honestly, what is the point of living if you have not tested your true potential? Do you just live every single day and say, oh yeah, I'm just gonna have my coffee, I'm gonna eat some food, go to work, and just, just be comfortable, pay my taxes, pay my mortgage for the next 50 years of my life? Is that what you want to do? If it is, I don't know why you've stuck around in this video, because this video is not for you. I'll be honest, it's not for you. Start to realize that to achieve something extremely valuable, to achieve something so rare, so powerful, there needs to be suffering. There needs to be suffering for you to actually get to where you want to be. If there's no suffering along the way, it's fucking easy. Why do you want things to be fucking easy? If it's easy, it has no value. And what gives something value is the suffering behind it, is the pain behind it, is how you feel every single day. It's like, nothing's working, but I'm going to keep doing it because I know one day it'll work. And that one day you might get lucky, and that one day will pay off. If you work every day. Work every goddamn day. Get out of your comfort zone. Test your limits. Your mind is gonna say, oh, I don't feel like doing that. Me personally, I felt so weird talking to a camera. For my first few videos, it was like, holy shit, what the hell is this? Like, how do I do this? And literally, if you go to my first YouTube video, it's still out there. It's called Cheap Dopamine Detox or something like that. My recording, my entire speech, the entire video I made was awful compared to these videos now. And that's because I was so just not used to speaking to a camera. And yes, I also did have a bit of anxiety, I guess, like when it comes to the camera. But now it's just like, it's just a camera talking to the entire world. And it's completely fine. Like, yes, a lot of you guys are going to see my videos, but I know a lot of you guys are going to actually find this super helpful. And if this video actually helps you, if this video has opened your eyes to anything, reminded you of anything that you forgot about before, drop it down in the comments, because I want to know if this actually helped you. I'm trying to produce as much content as possible for you guys to improve and to also spread my brand out there, to put my name out there, because I've realized I've been working for a long time and I'm still working every single day, but I also want to put myself out there. I want to be recognizable. I want people to actually look up to me and say, I learned this from you, thank you so much. Literally, that's all it takes to make my day. Just one person that says, thank you so much, Gauresh, that video was amazing, you changed my life. Or like, you helped me so much with the feeling of being depressed, for example. But I just want to help you guys, okay? It doesn't matter if I help the whole world or if I just help one person. As long as I help somebody, that's all I make these videos for, honestly. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe down below, because that honestly, it fires me up, okay? I need those subscribers coming in, because that really fires me up and pushes me to make more and more videos for you guys. And share this video to your Instagram or your TikTok or anything like that, and tag me. I'm gonna leave my Instagram in the description, as well as my other social media to check out. And definitely leave a comment with a review to this video, because I want to see your feedback, your honest feedback, please. Don't forget to keep improving. These two books I highly recommend. Don't sleep on these books. And if you're the type of person that says, I want to do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, not today, I could do it tomorrow, just remember, the clock isn't stopping for you.